Welcome, viewer, to our terrifying Tales from Beyond, a paranormal trilogy. Dive into the eerie and spine-chilling world of the paranormal, where three horrifying tales await to unfold. Each story, unique in its terror, promises to lead you through an unforgettable journey into the unknown. From haunted houses to ancient curses, brace yourself for an exploration of the darkest corners of the paranormal realm. Our first tale begins in a quaint, seemingly tranquil town, harboring a secret that lurks within an abandoned house. This house, standing desolate and forgotten, whispers tales of the past to those who dare to listen. It's a place where reality seems to blur, inviting the curious and the brave to uncover its mysteries. Legends of the house speak of a chilling history, marked by disappearances and unexplained phenomena that have baffled the townsfolk for generations. Tales of eerie noises in the night and shadows that move on their own accord have turned the house into a symbol of fear and intrigue. It's a place where the past never truly dies. Among the intrigued is a protagonist, a teenager with a curious spirit and a thirst for adventure. Driven by tales of the supernatural and the allure of the unknown, they decide to explore the forsaken house. Little do they know, this decision will lead them down a path of chilling discoveries and unearthly encounters. Inside the house, the atmosphere shifts. Strange noises echo through the empty halls, shadows flicker in the periphery, and a cold breeze sends shivers down the spine. The house, alive with the remnants of its haunted past, seems to watch and wait, setting the stage for a night of terror and revelations. As the protagonists delve deeper into the abandoned house, a hidden door creaked open, revealing a staircase that spiraled down into darkness. The air grew colder as they descended, the musty smell of old earth and decay surrounding them. At the bottom, a dimly lit basement unveiled itself, the walls adorned with arcane symbols and remnants of candles and chalk circles, hinting at long-forgotten occult practices. In the eerie silence, a sudden whisper cut through the gloom. Turning, the protagonist saw the ghostly figure of a woman, her eyes filled with sorrow and rage. She seemed to be a remnant of a tragic past, wronged and unable to find peace. Her presence was overwhelming, a palpable force of unresolved vengeance. The air thickened as the ghostly figure approached, her whispers growing into anguished cries. The protagonist, heart racing, navigated through the cluttered basement, dodging the spectral figure that seemed to phase through the physical barriers. The flickering lights cast long shadows, creating an illusion of being surrounded and watched by unseen eyes. Through courage and empathy, the protagonist uncovered the truth behind the ghost's anguish. She was a victim of a tragic injustice, her life cut short by deceit and betrayal. Her spirit was tethered to the house, replaying her sorrow. Understanding her story, the protagonist sought to help her find peace, searching for a way to break the chains that bound her to the earthly realm. In a moment of serene clarity amidst the chaos, a ritual was performed, offering solace to the tormented spirit. As the final words were spoken, a light enveloped the basement, the ghostly figure smiled, and the oppressive atmosphere lifted. The house, once a nexus of paranormal activity, became calm, its dark history finally put to rest. After the harrowing experience in the haunted house, the protagonist's life was irrevocably altered. Sleep became elusive, every shadow a reminder of the ghostly figure encountered. The whispers of the past seemed to follow, a constant presence that turned once familiar surroundings into landscapes filled with secrets and unease. The story of the quiet town and its abandoned house became a legend, a chilling reminder of what lurks in the shadows. The protagonist, once a curious teenager, now carries the burden of knowledge, of having seen what exists beyond the veil of reality and the cost of disturbing the restless. In a stark contrast to the eerie silence of the abandoned house, Story 2 thrusts us into the vibrant yet foreboding setting of a forest camping trip. A group of friends, eager for adventure under the starlit sky, finds themselves on the cusp of a nightmare as the forest cloaks them in darkness. The laughter and camaraderie around the campfire soon give way to tension as one friend disappears into the night. The search that follows is frantic, the forest no longer a place of beauty, but a maze of fear and panic. The friends are thrust into a reality where every rustle and shadow could mean danger. As they venture deeper, the discovery of ancient ruins marks the beginning of a chilling revelation. Symbols etched in stone and remnants of rituals long forgotten hint at the true nature of the forest. It's a place shrouded in mystery, where the barrier between the natural and the supernatural seems all too thin. In the heart of the forest, the group stumbled upon ancient ruins, overgrown yet ominously intact. Carved symbols, eerily glowing in the moonlight, hinted at practices both ancient and sinister. It was as if the very earth held secrets, whispered tales of a cult that once thrived in these woods. The air grew colder, the night darker, as apparitions began to materialize around the ruins. Ghostly figures, robed and chanting in a language forgotten by time, danced around an ethereal fire. The sight was petrifying, a window to rituals that were not meant for the living to witness. Panic surged as the group realized they were not alone. The forest, alive with unseen forces, seemed to close in on them. Paths twisted, familiar landmarks vanished, and a relentless feeling of being watched intensified. Escape seemed impossible, the forest a labyrinth designed to confuse and terrify. Salvation came in the form of an ancient amulet, discovered almost by fate among the ruins. Radiating a calming energy, it promised protection. Its presence dispelled the oppressive atmosphere, the ghostly figures fading into the night, their chants silenced. The amulet was their shield in a night of unrelenting terror. Armed with the amulet, they faced the spirits once more, this time to free their friend. The confrontation was intense, a battle of wills against the spectral horde. Yet the amulet's power proved supreme, breaking the hold the apparitions had on their friend. Together again they fled the forest, the amulet their saving grace. The friends had barely managed to escape the clutches of the forest's ancient horrors. With the mystical amulet in hand, they found their lost companion, bewildered but unharmed. It was a reunion filled with relief and disbelief. They couldn't comprehend how they had survived the night's terrors, but they knew their ordeal was over. Leaving the forest behind felt like emerging from a nightmare. The group, shaken to their core, made a silent pact as they glanced back at the looming trees. They would never speak of the horrors they encountered. The experience bonded them in a way nothing else could, but it was a chapter they eagerly wanted to close. The transition back to normalcy was jarring. The friends tried to resume their daily lives, but the shadows of the forest lingered in their minds. They knew they had encountered something beyond their understanding, something that defied explanation. The forest had changed them, and they could feel its whisper in their quiet moments. As they moved on, the story of their harrowing adventure remained untold, buried deep within their hearts. Yet in the safety of their homes, they couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the amulet that had protected them. It was a tangible reminder of their brush with the supernatural, a token of their survival against all odds. The beginning of the next tale unfolded in an old library, a place where the whispers of the past seemed to echo off the walls. The librarian, once a skeptic, found their disbelief in the paranormal wavering. Strange occurrences had become all too common, with books that seemed to move on their own and whispers that filled the air. It was clear that this was no ordinary library, but a gateway to mysteries untold. In an old, musty library where silence was a constant companion, the librarian, once a staunch skeptic, found her beliefs challenged. Books began flying off shelves without a breeze or a touch, and cryptic messages appeared in the dust on the ground, turning her world upside down. The ghost of a former librarian, bound by chains of regret and unfulfilled desires, made its presence known. This spectral figure, once a guardian of knowledge, now wandered the aisles, its whispers bleeding into the night, revealing secrets meant to be kept silent. At the heart of the disturbances was a cursed book, its pages filled with deadly knowledge. The librarian, driven by a mix of fear and fascination, sought to unravel the mystery. Each turn of the page brought her closer to understanding the curse, but also deeper into peril. Visions of otherworldly horrors began to plague the librarian, a testament to the curse's power. These visions were not just mere hallucinations, but glimpses into realms beyond human comprehension. The toll on her mind and body was immense, each vision leaving her weaker than the last. Determined to break the curse, the librarian undertook a perilous ritual. It was a battle of wills against the forces unleashed by the book. The library, once a place of quiet study, became a battleground where the stakes were not just her life, but her very soul. In their final confrontation against the curse, our protagonist musters every ounce of courage. Amidst chants and the glow of ancient symbols, a battle against unseen forces unfolds. It's a fight not just for their sanity, but for the soul of the library itself, a bastion of knowledge now teetering on the brink of darkness. The ritual, intense and fraught with peril, finally culminates in a moment of eerie silence. The ghost of the librarian, bound for so long to the cursed book, is released. As she fades into the afterlife, the malignant grip on the library weakens, leaving behind a serene quietude that belies the chaos that reigned moments before. However, the protagonist emerges from this ordeal irrevocably changed. The library, once a place of solace and learning, now holds a reminder of the thin line between our world and the beyond. They carry with them the scars of their encounter, a testament to the price of delving too deep into the arcane. Reflecting on the journey through these harrowing tales, it becomes evident that each story, with its blend of horror and the paranormal, serves as a cautionary tale. They underscore the fragility of the veil, separating the mundane from the macabre, and invite us to ponder our place in a universe where such forces intersect. As we bid farewell to these tales of suspense and the supernatural, we're left to contemplate the lessons learned from our encounters with the unknown. The stories linger in our minds, a haunting reminder of the mysteries that lie just beyond the edge of perception, challenging our understanding of the world we inhabit. As we draw the curtain on our spine-tingling journey through tales of horror and the paranormal, we leave you teetering on the edge of the seen and the unseen. Remember, the veil between our world and the realm of spirits is thinner than you might think. Carry these stories with you, but tread lightly, for not all that is hidden should be uncovered. Farewell, brave souls. May the echoes of these tales whisper softly in your minds, reminding you of the mysteries that lurk just beyond our grasp. This brings us to the end of our trilogy for this evening. We hope you have enjoyed our paranormal tales. If you would like to see more of our horror stories, please like and subscribe to our channel to enjoy more terror tales. For now, sleep well, viewer, and we hope to see you next time.